how I started building a more secure future through structured, creative real estate strategies, without staying stuck in financial anxiety, overwork, and dependence on one income stream. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I began building a stronger path toward financial clarity, leverage, and structured optional income through creative real estate, and how women, especially busy moms and single moms, can begin learning how to do the same using a calmer, more strategic approach. And it's not just about me. This program was designed to help women understand how creative real estate works, how to evaluate opportunities more clearly, and how to move forward with more confidence. Inside, they get step-by-step training, refined scripts, done-for-you checklists, calculators, contracts, contract explanations, and supportive resources to help make the process feel simpler and more actionable. Now, results vary. Real estate is a skill set, and every woman's journey depends on her consistency, her willingness to learn, and the opportunities she chooses to pursue. But if you've been feeling overworked, financially anxious, and like one setback could throw everything off, this may be the shift you've been looking for. I am Kelsey Mansray, and I help women, especially busy moms and single moms, learn how to think differently about wealth, leverage, and creative real estate. I'm a mom to a 9-year-old intellectually gifted son. I was his elementary's PTO fundraising chair who helped raise over 150% of the goal for his school's first ever fun run for the STEAM Lab, which contributed to the school becoming a model school and designated STEAM school in Tennessee. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Inc. I have years of experience in real estate investing, and I've also been a licensed real estate agent for about 7 years combined. I've worked as a global brand marketing manager, directing large, complex teams and ad agencies over nationwide campaigns and global advertising. I hold executive graduate certificates in project management, leadership, organization, and management, a Master of Business Administration degree in project management, and a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration degree in marketing. I was homecoming queen at my university, and I was a top retail specialist employee at Apple, where I increased business revenue with business customers. I've also invested passively in a 100-plus unit Class B apartment in Dallas, Texas. But not that long ago, things looked completely different. Not that long ago, I was in one of the hardest seasons of my life. I had gone through severe postpartum depression and anxiety. I went through a divorce after 15 years. I was re-entering the workforce as a single mom. I felt financially exposed and completely unsure of my future. I was overweight from stress and premenopause. And if I'm being honest, there were times I felt lonely, starting over in a position I never thought I'd be in. I had moments of feeling stuck. I battled self-pity, I dealt with shiny object syndrome, and I was trying to survive a demanding, all-consuming, exhausting 9-to-5 while also trying to rebuild. One of the biggest things that wasn't working, I was trying to figure everything out without the right guidance or structure. Then things started to change. I found mentors, I found like-minded people, I learned new frameworks, I kept studying. And through all of it, I never gave up because I knew there had to be a better way. After my divorce, that season forced me to face a truth I couldn't ignore. My plan B had failed. So now I'm my plan A, B, and C. And I realized that if I wanted something different, I had to do things I had never done. That shift changed everything. Now I work from home. I currently have more freedom because of the decisions I've made and the structure I've worked to build. I'm focused on building the life I've always wanted. And I've created Her Wealth Lab to help other women learn a more strategic way to approach real estate and financial rebuilding. Because no woman should feel like she has to pick up the pieces of her life alone. And it all started by learning and applying what I now call the Her Wealth Lab method. So what is the Her Wealth Lab method? It's a simple, strategic approach that helps women, especially mothers and single moms, learn how to understand, analyze, and structure creative real estate opportunities in a way that feels clear, grounded, and practical. More specifically, it focuses on 3 key areas: contract control, income engineering, and risk mitigation. Think of it as a roadmap for building financial clarity, leverage, and structured optional income. Without believing you have to stay trapped in one paycheck and without assuming traditional real estate is the only path. It's designed to help women move from feeling overworked, financially anxious, and exposed toward feeling more confident, informed, and in control. And it's built on 3 key pillars that I'll break down for you now. I call this Step 1, Contract Control. This is where we begin by helping you understand how to think about the structure of a deal first. Most people hear real estate investing and assume they need a lot of money, perfect credit, or years of experience. But many women have never been taught that one of the first skills to understand is how deals are structured and how contracts can create opportunity. This is where you begin learning how to identify opportunities, understand the moving parts of a deal, and use the tools inside the program like scripts, checklists, contracts, and contract explanations to make the process feel clearer and more approachable. Most people fail because they skip this part. They jump straight into action without understanding the structure of what they're doing. And when you understand the foundation, everything else becomes easier because you're no longer guessing. You're learning how to evaluate with more clarity. Next is Step 2, Income Engineering. This is where we focus on how to think through the numbers of a deal and whether the opportunity actually makes sense. Here's where you begin learning how to analyze opportunities, understand basic calculations, and look at a property through the lens of potential income, fees, spread, and overall deal structure. Now, I personally consider the calculations manageable because I know how to do them, and I break them down simply inside the program. But I also know that for students, there can be a learning curve here. That's exactly why I created tools like calculators, breakdowns, and step-by-step resources to make it easier to understand. This is also where women begin learning how to have the conversations that matter. Because yes, this is real estate, but it also requires communication, trust, and a consultative approach. That means learning how to talk with people, ask better questions, and build confidence in the process. Real estate is a numbers game. A student may need to review many opportunities before they find one that makes sense. That's why honesty matters here. Results vary, and progress depends on the individual. But when you understand the system, you stop looking at real estate as something confusing and start looking at it as something you can learn to navigate with confidence. Finally, Step 3, Risk Mitigation. This is what makes this approach more grounded, calm, and strategic. Because this isn't about chasing random deals, reacting emotionally, or jumping into something just because it sounds exciting. This is about learning how to think smarter. This is where we focus on protecting your peace, recognizing red flags, understanding what to watch for, and learning how to make more thoughtful decisions before moving forward. Inside Her Wealth Lab, this also means learning how to use a more structured process, so you can reduce avoidable mistakes and make decisions with more clarity. And beyond just the training itself, this is also about support and community over time. My bigger vision is not just to teach women real estate concepts, it's to build an ecosystem where women can grow, learn, connect, and rebuild together. That includes coaching, community, events, and support for women starting over, especially after divorce or time away from the workforce. Because most women try to figure everything out alone, and when you're isolated, it's easy to get overwhelmed, second-guess yourself, or slip back into fear. But when you have guidance, structure, and support, the path becomes much easier to stay committed to. Now, let me be clear. This is not a quick fix, and it is not overnight success. I can't promise results, and no honest person should. This program gives women the training, the scripts, the step-by-step checklists, the calculators, the contracts, the explanations, and the resources to start learning and applying the process with more confidence. But results vary. There is a learning curve. You may need to practice building rapport. You may need to get more comfortable having conversations. You may need to review multiple opportunities before the right one makes sense. The women who are most likely to make meaningful progress with this are the ones who are consistent, coachable, committed, and willing to do the work. This is about learning a real skill set, not chasing hype. And if you show up, stay engaged, and follow the process, you can begin building something far more powerful than wishful thinking: clarity, confidence, and leverage. This was built for women who are ready to stop feeling stuck and start thinking more strategically. You'll learn how to build with more clarity, confidence, and the leverage you need to succeed. It's about more than just numbers. It's about having the support to build your legacy without the burnout. If you're a woman, especially a busy mom or single mom who is serious about creating more structure, more leverage, and more financial peace in your life, I'd love to help you. Here's what to do next. Click the button below to learn more about Her Wealth Lab. Inside, you'll get access to a step-by-step program designed to help you better understand creative real estate strategies, evaluate opportunities, and begin moving forward with more confidence. You'll also get tools and resources to help you understand the gaps in how you've been thinking about income, leverage, and security. Learn a more structured way to evaluate creative real estate opportunities. Start building toward calmer control, stronger financial clarity, and more optionality in your future. Worst case, you walk away with a better understanding, more clarity, and a new framework for what may be possible. Best case, you begin building the confidence, skill set, and momentum to change how you approach wealth and your future. The only way nothing changes is if you keep doing what you've always done. So if you know there has to be a better way and you're ready to start learning it, click below and take the next step. I'll see you inside, and I can't wait to start this journey with you.